Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Podcast. We're diving deep into a company today that's making some serious waves in the AI world, Gooey AI. We've got a whole bunch of articles and research right here ready to go. And you know what that means? We are on a mission to break it all down and get you those golden nuggets of knowledge. You know what I mean? So if you're even a little bit curious about how AI is actually being used right now to solve real-world problems, well then buckle up because this is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting about Gooey AI? It's like they're all about democratizing AI, like breaking down all those technical barriers that have always prevented businesses and just regular people from using the power of AI.
I love that. Democratizing AI. It sounds so futuristic, doesn't it? But it's actually happening right now. So let's get down to basics here.
Hmm.
What exactly is Gooey AI and what problem are they trying to solve?
Well, at its core, Gooey AI is a platform that lets you build and use AI solutions without having to be a coding expert. Like, think of it as a toolbox that's already full of these pre-built AI components, and you can just put them together using a super simple visual interface.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
hmm
So instead of spending months learning how to code or hiring, a whole team of expensive developers, I can just use Gooey AI to build my own AI tools. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. They're giving you the building blocks, right? So you can focus on the what you want to do with AI instead of getting stuck in the how, all that technical stuff.
That is brilliant. It's like they're giving everyone the power to be an AI innovator.
hmm
But who are the brains behind this whole thing? Who came up with this revolutionary platform?
Well, Gooey AI was founded back in 2021 by Sean Blagsvedt and Archana Prasad. And these two, they have a really deep understanding of both technology and the challenges that businesses face today in this crazy, fast-paced digital world.
2021, huh? So that's pretty recent. And it sounds like they've already made a huge impact in such a short amount of time. Can you tell us a little bit more about their backgrounds? Like, how did they even come together to create Gooey AI?
Sure. So Sean Blagsvedt, he's got this history of tackling these big, complex problems. He actually founded babajob.com before this, which was a platform to connect job seekers with opportunities in India. And I think that experience, probably gave him this deep understanding of the need for accessible technology, something that empowers individuals and businesses.
So he's got that entrepreneurial drive and a passion for using tech to solve real-world problems.
Yeah.
What about Archana Prasad? What's her expertise?
Oh, Archana brings a ton of experience in technology and design, which is so important. She's really passionate about building platforms that are user-friendly, making even complex technologies easy for everyone to use. And that blend of tech expertise and design thinking is absolutely crucial for a platform like Gooey AI, especially since they're trying to empower users of all skill levels.
Wow. It sounds like they have the perfect combination of skills and that vision,
Yeah.
to really create something groundbreaking. So how does Gooey AI actually work? What are some of the key features that make it so easy to use?
Well, one of the coolest things about Gooey AI is their low-code AI workflows. These are like pre-built, customizable modules. Each one represents a different AI function, and you can just drag and drop them into this visual workflow editor, connect them like puzzle pieces to create really complex AI processes without having to write any code.
Hold on. So like, let's say I want to make a chatbot that can answer customer questions about my products. With Gooey AI, I could just drag and drop a natural language processing module and then a knowledge-based module and then a response generation module and connect them all together and boom, I have a working chatbot.
That's pretty much it. And if you're comfortable with a little bit of coding, they also let you add your own custom code to expand what those workflows can do. It's this hybrid approach that makes it super powerful for both beginners and more experienced developers.
That's fantastic. So it doesn't matter if you're a coding expert or just starting out. Gooey AI has something for everyone. But what about the AI models themselves? Where do those come from?
Good question. So Gooey AI gives you access to a big library of both private and open source AI models. So you have a lot of choices, You
Hmm.
can pick the models that fit your specific needs perfectly, and you can even bring in your own custom data or APIs to really tailor the AI to what you're doing.
Sounds like they thought of everything to make AI truly accessible and customizable.
Yeah.
Okay, but now let's talk about the real-world impact. Can you give us some specific examples of how Gooey AI is actually being used to solve problems in different industries?
Oh, absolutely. There's some really inspiring examples of how Gooey AI is being used to tackle challenges in all sorts of fields, from agriculture to customer service and beyond. But before we jump into those specific use cases, let's talk about the bigger challenges that organizations often face when they're trying to adopt AI. The kind of problems that Gooey AI is specifically designed to address.
Well, I think one of the biggest hurdles is just the whole technical side of things. Traditional AI development usually needs these specialized skills and resources. And a lot of organizations, they just don't have that.
Yeah, that's so true. That's like you practically need a PhD in computer science just to get started.
So how does Gooey AI help? Like, how do they make it easier for people who aren't coding experts?
That's where their low code and no code approach comes in, you
Mm.
know? It's pretty clever.
Yeah.
By offering these pre-built modules and a visual workflow editor, they're basically empowering people who aren't super technical to build their own AI solutions without having to write a bunch of complicated code. It's like giving them a set of Legos, but for AI.
So you're saying that someone with like very basic technical skills could actually build a sophisticated AI tool using Gooey AI? That's kind of mind-blowing.
Mm.
But what about bigger companies, Companies that have really complex needs. Can Gooey AI handle all of that?
Absolutely. Gooey AI is actually built for both beginners and experienced developers. So it's got that flexibility.
Yeah.
You can integrate custom code. You can use open source AI models. It's a platform that can grow with you as your needs change.
That's great to hear. So they're not just focused on one specific type of user. They're trying to provide solutions for a whole range of people and companies. Now, what about the cost?
Yeah.
We all know that AI development can be really expensive. Does Gooey AI address that concern at all?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So their pre-built workflows and all those reusable modules, they really cut down on the development time and costs. It's way more efficient than trying to build everything from scratch. They're basically streamlining the entire process, right? Which makes AI development more affordable and accessible for everyone, no matter how big or small your business is.
Okay, so they're taking care of the technical barriers, the cost barriers, and making AI more accessible to a wider audience. Are there any other challenges that they address?
Hmm, let me think. Oh, scalability. That's another big one. As companies grow and their data needs change, their AI solutions have to keep up, right? Well, Gooey AI is built to be scalable, which means it can handle tons of data and tons of users without slowing down or crashing.
So it's like a future-proof AI solution. That's impressive. It really seems like they've thought of everything. Now let's get back to those real-world examples you mentioned earlier. I'm really curious to hear about how Gooey AI is making a difference in specific industries.
Okay, sure. Let's start with agriculture. This is one of my favorites. Gooey. AI is being used to deliver agricultural advice to farmers in really remote areas of Kenya, India, Ethiopia, Rwanda. It's pretty amazing.
Wait, AI is helping farmers in remote areas. How does that even work?
Okay, so picture this. A farmer in a small village, they can use their mobile phone to access a chatbot that's powered by Gooey AI. And this chatbot, it's been trained on this massive knowledge base of agricultural best practices, so it can give personalized advice to the farmer based on their location, their crops, even the weather conditions. It's like magic.
So it's basically like having an agricultural expert in your pocket.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But what about language barriers? I mean, not everyone speaks English, and not everyone has a fancy smartphone.
That's the cool part. Gooey AI lets you build these chatbots in multiple languages, so it's accessible to way more people. And for those who don't have smartphones, they can even use the service through text messages or voice calls.
Wow, that's amazing. They're really bridging the digital divide and giving farmers the information they need to improve their lives. What other industries are seeing benefits from Gooey AI?
Well, another area where they're making a big impact is in the workplace, especially when it comes to streamlining communication and knowledge sharing within organizations.
Oh yeah, I can see how that would be super valuable. I'm always struggling to find the information I need. It's like it's buried in emails or hidden in files or stuck in someone else's head.
Exactly. With Gooey AI, companies can create these intelligent Slack bots that are like central hubs for all their internal knowledge. So employees can just ask the bot a question and it'll give them an instant answer. Pulling information from company databases, documents, even internal experts. It's so efficient.
It's like having a virtual assistant for your entire company. That would save so much time and frustration. What other uses are there?
Customer service is another big one. They're helping businesses automate their customer support in multiple languages while still making sure everything is accurate and relevant, keeping the customers happy.
Customer service can really make or break a company,
Right.
but it can also be a huge drain on resources. So how does Gooey AI find that balance between being efficient and still providing a good customer experience?
Think about those chatbots you see on websites. Well, Gooey AI lets companies train these chatbots on their FAQs, their manuals, all their product information. So when a customer has a question, the chatbot can give them an instant answer that's actually helpful, and it's available 24/7.
It's like having a team of customer service agents who never need a break and are always in a good mood.
Exactly. And the best part is you can customize these chatbots to match the company's brand and tone of voice. So it feels like you're actually talking to a real person.
These are some really impressive examples.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see how Gooey AI is being used to solve real problems in so many different industries. It's truly inspiring.
And what's even more incredible is that these are just a few examples. The possibilities with Gooey AI are pretty much endless. We're really just scratching the surface here.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand just how powerful this technology is. But let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. What does a platform like Gooey AI mean for the future of AI as a whole?
Well, I think Gooey AI represents a fundamental shift in how we think about developing and using AI.
Hmm.
By making AI more accessible and user-friendly, they're opening up a whole new world of possibilities for businesses, individuals, entire industries. It's a game changer.
I'm curious, do you see any potential downsides to this? Or maybe some challenges that might come up as AI becomes more democratized?
Well, it's important to remember that any powerful technology can be used for good or for bad. So as AI becomes more accessible, we need to make sure we're developing ethical guidelines and safeguards, to make sure it's being used responsibly.
That's a great point. Just because we can do something doesn't always mean we should. We have to think about the ethical implications of any technology, especially something as powerful as AI.
Absolutely. We need to have honest conversations about the potential risks and benefits of AI to make sure we're using it to build a better future for everyone.
Well said. It sounds like Gooey AI is really at the forefront of this AI revolution. And it's exciting to see how they're shaping the future of this technology. It's a wild ride.
Oh, they definitely are. And they're not just building a company, they're building a whole community of AI innovators, people who are passionate about using this technology for good. It's really inspiring.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I'm really starting to see the potential of Gooey AI, not just as a tool, but as something that can spark innovation and create positive change in so many different areas.
I couldn't agree more. It's amazing to see how they're making AI accessible to everyone and empowering people to do such incredible things with it.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive into Gooey AI, I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty inspired. It's amazing to think about all the possibilities that are opening up now that AI is becoming more accessible to everyone, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like we're seeing the beginning of a whole new era where the power of AI isn't just limited to these big tech companies anymore. It's something that anyone can use, anyone with an idea and a little bit of creativity.
It's like that famous quote, right? The best way to predict the future is to invent it. And Gooey AI is giving people the tools to invent their own AI-powered futures.
Oh.
That's powerful stuff.
And it's not just about empowering individuals, it's about making a real difference in the world. We've already seen how Gooey AI is being used to tackle some big challenges, like in agriculture and healthcare. Imagine what we could achieve if we could use AI to address even bigger problems like climate change or poverty.
Those are some pretty ambitious goals, I'll admit. But with a platform like Gooey AI that makes AI so easy to use and affordable, it suddenly feels like those goals might actually be within reach. It's like we're finally starting to understand the true potential of AI to make a positive impact on the world.
Exactly. And that's what I find so exciting about Gooey AI. They're not just building a company. They're building a movement, a community of people who are passionate about using AI to do good in the world.
So for our listeners out there who are feeling inspired, what's the next step? How can they get involved with Gooey AI and start exploring this whole world of AI?
Well, the great thing about Gooey AI is that it's super easy to get started. They offer a free trial, so you can just play around with the platform, see what you can create, and, get a feel for it. And they also have a really awesome community forum where you can connect with other users, share ideas, get help. It's a really welcoming space.
That's fantastic. It sounds like the perfect environment for anyone who's curious about AI and wants to start building their own solutions.
It really is. And the Gooey AI team is always working on new features and resources to make the platform even better and easier to use.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about Gooey AI, their mission, their technology, the impact they're having. It's really been an eye-opener.
Yeah, me too. It's been a fascinating journey, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for Gooey AI and the future of AI in general.
All right, so to wrap things up, if you're at all curious about AI, if you want to explore what it can do, or if you just want to see how it's being used to solve real-world problems, I highly recommend checking out Gooey AI. You might be surprised by what you're capable of creating.
And who knows? Maybe you'll be the next AI innovator to change the world.
Well said. That's all for our deep dive into Gooey AI. We'll be back tomorrow evening with another exciting episode exploring a whole new topic in the world of AI. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with this amazing technology.